Hey everybody, welcome back to my homestead. My name is Emily and today we've got some harvesting to do. I've got some baskets with me and I'm planning to pick green beans, at least one, maybe two cabbages, and some summer squash. So let's get into it. Here we have Blue Lake bush beans and they have grown beautifully. They didn't germinate great, but what is here has gotten nice and big and bushy compared to the jade green beans that I planted. There's still lots of little small ones, but I was out here yesterday and saw a bunch of big ones. And if I can find them. I think they're further down. But the jade green beans, I got literally a handful of beans off of all of the plants. Here's one. Look at that. Looks so good. And those plants are still really small, and these are nice and big. It's still covered in flowers and lots of beans. So I'm gonna get in here, get as many as I can, and I'm also gonna check the jade green beans just to see if there's any there, but there really haven't been very many. Here is my first harvest of the Blue Lake bush beans, and this is way better than my overall harvest of the jade green beans so far. But I'm going to go check those plants just to be sure I don't miss any. These plants are all still so small, and they were planted before the other ones. I haven't kept up with weeds here very well. So that could have something to do with it. Oh, one bean on this teeny tiny little plant. There's some that are still too small. I guess this one's okay. I'll let it go. There's a couple. That one might have gotten too big, actually. Honestly, I haven't checked these in a while because they were just doing so miserably. Oh, so here's the jade green beans. Yep, that's a big difference in the two varieties. They actually look a lot alike, this, from the outside. I can't really tell a difference. I'm going to go ahead and pick these two calendula flowers. And now we'll move on to the brassicas. Look at this premier kale. Isn't it just beautiful? This has done really well for me. The dino kale is still pretty small, but I am going to take some of it today. And the red Russian kale is beautiful, but there's some leaves that have gone too long. They're definitely going to get thrown to the chickens. And then, of course, I've got cabbages that are doing really good. That one is ready to go. And then my biggest, most favorite cabbage down here that I've been eyeballing all season, this one is ready to go. That one's close. That one's not anywhere close. That one's getting close too. So there's several that are getting close. I'm so excited. These are the early, oh, that one's good. The early Jersey, and they're hardening up. No, it's still a little squishy. But they are not early compared to the other ones. I think this one down here is the Golden Acre, and the other one that's done over there, I think, is Copenhagen. Let's see if I can find the tag. Yep. Copenhagen market cabbage. Huh. I would have thought the early Jersey Wakefield would have been the earliest. I would love to be harvesting this kale with my fine tip pruners, but I can't find them. I have lost one of my favorite garden tools. Usually used to prune tomatoes, and there's a bug in my hair. on my hair. What are you? Yep, that's a bug. Why? Ugh. Usually use them to prune tomatoes and harvest herbs and flowers, and can't find them anywhere. I did find the cap that goes on them. I had been missing that since the move. It had fallen off in the tool bag that it was in, and I did find that this morning, but I have not found the tool itself that the cap goes on. I've used it a couple times, and I just can't remember where I put it. It did not get put where I thought it should get put, so it's in the wind. Just gonna pick a bunch, decide which ones go to the chickens, and strip the leaves off the stems later. Before I go in the house though, because the chickens will get all of those stems as well. I think I'm going to go grab a pair of scissors. This will go a lot faster that way. Well, as luck would have it, I can't find the scissors. Oh my goodness. What is going on with me? They're usually hanging on the wall here. I used them the other day to pick some flowers, and they're not here. They're not hanging up over here, at least that I can see. Maybe they're right in front of me. I've already questioned the cat. She claims to have no idea where they are, so I don't think she's stockpiling sharp objects somewhere. I know, it's just me. I'm losing things. I'm putting things where they don't go, forgetting where I put them, thinking, oh yeah, I'll remember that. So I guess I'll go inside the house and get some scissors from the house and hopefully remember to take them back into the house. Daisy, are you sure you can't help me find them? Well, I'll look in here real quick. There's a shovel and my labeling marker. Oh! Yay! Oh, I totally forgot that these were in there. I'm so glad I checked this bucket of fertilizer. Okay, I'm just gonna take this other stuff out. This is kind of where I've been putting my gardening stuff. I've got a couple boxes of gloves and some tools, some pots, some more pots, and watering can. So I'll just put that stuff there. Haha! I have my pruners. That's why they're so nice, because they spring open. Now, where did I put the cap? Cap. I just put it over here when I found it this morning in hopes that I would find these and be able to use them. So, yay! Okay, back to the garden. that's much faster. I hadn't noticed until I was harvesting this time. Last time I didn't notice. There are 3 plants here, and there's 2 plants over here. I'm going to cut these down to 1 plant per spot. And they seem to be doing fine, but it does kind of make it harder to harvest. I think I'll just cut this one off. See if that takes it out or if it just keeps growing. If it does just keep growing, I'll cut it down further next time. This basket's getting pretty full. And I'll do this one. This is the Copenhagen market cabbage. And there's the other one. Here it is. There's my golden acre cabbage. Next to the cabbage, we've got the broccoli, and the one that I harvested bit ago. It had a few more shoots that I picked off yesterday. They were starting to flower already. This one's looks like it's opening up too. They're still tasty, surprisingly. But this one is getting ahead, and it looks like it's also going to flower. I'm going to go ahead and pick that as well. This one hasn't gotten anything yet. And it actually, there's not two plants here. It just split half the bottom of this plant into multiple stalks, which is interesting. That one did too. And the cauliflower are not doing anything at all yet, which I guess is good, because if they started flowering in the temperatures we're getting now, in the last couple of days it's been really chilly, like wearing sweatshirts outside in August, craziness. But yesterday I looked in through the netting and thought that this one was getting ahead of cauliflower, but it was not. It was just that the leaves were a lot lighter colored than the rest of them. So maybe if the weather cools off again, because it's back in the 80s today, if the weather cools off again, maybe we will get some fall cabbage. We'll see. Or cabbage. We're obviously getting cabbage. Maybe we'll get some fall cauliflower. That would be really cool, because I've never grown cauliflower. I've never successfully grown broccoli. I've gotten heads similar to this, but they were really bitter, and I wouldn't really call this a head. It's more of just a floret, I guess. I've never grown a cabbage, and I just picked 2 of them, so I'm super excited about that. That is really awesome. I think anybody who needs an ego boost needs to grow a cabbage successfully. I'm not going to say you grow a cabbage. You try to grow a cabbage and you're going to get a cabbage the first time. This is my 5th time maybe trying to grow cabbages. And the first time I've actually gotten a cabbage, it didn't just rot or go straight to seed or just die. So this is a very exciting day that I got to harvest some cabbages. There's still lots going. They don't act like they're going to bolt. So I better find some wood to knock on, but so far they're doing amazing. Something else I've never grown before, I'm also super excited about, is zucchini. I have a zucchini that I could pick today. I've never even gotten a fruit on the plant. The plants always just do so terribly. I've grown patty pans and yellow crookneck and yellow straight neck, but never an actual zucchini. Look at that beautiful thing. I'm so excited. So let's give it a harvest. Woohoo! My first zucchini. It's an Italian striped zucchini. I've got another one over here. It's gonna be ready soon, but not quite yet. Got yellow crookneck here. And I'm gonna give that another day or 2. And then there's some yellow straight neck squash down here. Oh, somebody is here. Not sure how well you're gonna be able to hear me with all the background noise now. A tree trimming service has showed up to take out some dying trees around our house. And so I'm just going to sit here in the shade of this apple tree, which turns out they are edible apples. We picked a couple to try them, and they were pretty close to ripe at least, and they tasted good. So that's exciting. But I'm going to sit here if I can find a spot amongst the ones that have fallen and are rotting already to strip the stuff I'm not going to use off of the kale and the cabbage and throw that to the chickens before I show you my final harvest and take it all inside. think one, it's too hot, and two, they don't like all this noise, so they're not running out to get the treats. They'll probably be out later. But done harvesting. Here is my beautiful harvest today. So much kale, beautiful cabbages. I decided not to strip the dino kale out here just because it's so much more difficult to get off the stems. And my green beans, my first ever zucchini, and some beautiful calendula blooms. I'm gonna dry those. Oh, the noise died down, good. This is the golden acre. You can see it's a little bit more yellowish looking, and that's the Copenhagen. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I harvested, and I'm gonna get this stuff inside and the kale soaking in some water so that it can rehydrate a little bit. I was out here a lot longer than expected because I had to stop and talk to the tree guys before I finished up in the garden. I'm gonna get to that, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!